Well, greetings and salutations, hunters. Welcome back once again for the very first time to the Farts and Crap Show, where today, as per usual, it's your host Danjo here with part 49 of Bloodborne Complete Edition. Hope you guys are all doing so well today. And on today's episode, we are going to be doing a little bit of boss fights. Maybe plural. We are going to do some boss fighting, that's for sure. And we are doing well on blood vials and quicksilver bullets, so we're okay there. And I believe I switched around my blood gem fortification for the Holy Moonlight Sword. No, I put the arcane back up. Oh, I think we did that at the end of the last episode. Okay. Yeah, we're all right then. Okay. Prepare? No, that's like pretty optimal. All right. Good stuff. And yeah, couple things I wanted to talk about real quick before we get into the meat and potatoes of the video. Because yeah, last time we finished up the DLC, the Old Hunters. Orphan of Kos is down, and yeah, we pretty much went through the entire thing and grabbed everything. And that is going to happen again, because the recent, at the time of recording, the recent Members' Choice poll for September just wrapped up. And yeah, Bloodborne New Game Plus was the winner. So special thanks to the Farts and Crap Show members who voted on that one. And yeah, we'll get to that at the end. We always do like the special thanks and the announcements and stuff during the outro, but I just wanted to mention that at like the top of the video for you guys. Also, I have a delicious hot cup of coffee right here, which I've been working on for a little bit, and it's just cooled off enough to where I can actually like drink it. It's like a little bit cooler than like the sipping temperature, but still very, very good. And because yeah, I needed some caffeine to get things going. And because yeah, in case you guys, I mean, if you guys are watching this video, I'm sure you guys know, I'm a big fan of coffee. Big fan. But yeah. So, since we definitely are doing 2 playthroughs for this series, as I initially said we were going to do, and then kind of backpedaled on that and said, you know what, we'll leave it up to the members because September members' choice poll. And yeah, you guys seem to like that idea, so yeah. And yeah, in case you guys are new to the concept, members' choice poll thing, it's a thing we do once a month for a full 7 days. So like 25% of the time we do everyone going. And that is how all of the series here on the channel get decided. So yeah, Xenogears, Tears of the Kingdom, Bloodborne, they were all chosen by channel members. And yeah, just during the voting period, whatever gets the most votes becomes the new series. So yeah, we'll have another one for October. Not sure when, but that will be happening next month at some point. or this coming month. Wait, is this coming out? No, this might be coming out in October, actually, now that I think about it. If so, happy October, everybody. It's spooky season. Ooh. And yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. So yeah, we only have a few bosses left until the end of the game. And since the DLC is like completely done, yeah, we can actually do the end stuff. And yeah, I'm also tired of having like terrible frenzy resistance. So I'm gonna be spending most of my arcane here in a little bit as well. There we go. And to get myself in the boss fighting mood before recording this episode, I did fire up Elden Ring real quick and beat Promise Consort Radon once again with a new build. I'll be having a video on that come out at some point in the near future. And also did the Godskin duo. But yeah, speaking of, oh my goodness, speaking of From Software things, yeah, I'm glad I'm talking about this in this episode instead of the other topic I was going to talk about, like why. And actually, you know what, I can actually just cover this topic like real fast. Why my channel is called The Farts and Crap Show. Like, you guys that are watching this, you probably already know. It gets asked on stream every so often. And I just can't get over how awesome freaking Moonlight looks in this game. One of my favorite incarnations? Yeah, incarnations. Iterations of the Moonlight. One of my absolute favorites. It's just so freaking cool. And like, the visual aspect, the transformation, animation, like both transforming it into the moonlight and then like, oh, wrong side. And then like taking it off with like the swipe thing. It's so cool. But actually isn't there a Oh, that's actually cool. I kind of like that one better. Because, yeah, usually a roll attack with the L1 like turns into like a different attack. Oh, that's actually really freaking cool. I don't think I've ever used that before. Yeah. So I'll just explain it real quick for those of you who want the explanation. One, it's meant to be a misnomer. A misnomer is something that's named kind of intentionally, sometimes the opposite of what it is. For example, like a huge guy named Tiny, for example. And yeah, early on, like I couldn't exactly call it the shit show, but like early on when I was like first starting to make videos and stuff, I knew like the quality wasn't going to be real good. So like we did recordings like straight to console and stuff, like on the PS4 for some things, and then for other things I would like, you know, mess around with some software, like trying to learn various things like OBS and whatever. But yeah, I was just like, you know, I'm going to learn by doing because that's what I've read a lot when researching this kind of thing from people who have been in audiovisual production for like a long time. And yeah, that's basically what I found is like, yeah, you can, you know, read and learn and study like all this stuff, but you're still gonna learn more from actually doing. So I was like, you know what, I'm okay with that. Just like not having not being good at it for quite some time. And I feel like that's a thing that a lot of people struggle with. They don't want to do something if they're because they're afraid of being bad at it. And here's the thing, little motivational thing for you guys. It's okay to be bad at things, okay? Like nobody's perfect their first time. In fact, nobody's perfect. You could just leave it at that. And like that old saying, practice makes perfect. It doesn't. Practice makes you better at things. That's how you get, to use a FromSoft idiom, I guess, get good. That's how you get good. Is just keep doing, you know? So it doesn't matter. Be bad at things. Like, just try, you know? And like I've said this on stream quite a few times too, like, nothing's wrong with effort. Like, that's how you get better, is putting in actual effort. So, yeah, just the Moonlight. This is like one of my favorite iterations. It's so freaking cool looking. Um, and like the fact that they carried that over from like Demon Souls. Like, yeah, that's with the torch, but like it does emit some light for like darker areas and stuff. Like, yeah, I have the hand lantern on too, but like, okay, no additional light, right? Fist of Gradia. And that does illuminate a little bit of the area. Like, it's cool. I like it. The other thing, some of the other options, like names for the channel early on, were already taken, you know? And I wanted to go with something that hadn't been used on YouTube at least. And yeah, the Farts and Crap Show was not taken out of the then like 11 million channels or something that existed in like 2017, 2018. Yeah, nobody had called the channel the Farts and Crap Show, so I was like, okay, that's what I want it to be. And yeah. The other thing too, there's like, I know it says it at the beginning of like every video, but like not everybody like pauses to read it or is that fast of a reader. Um yeah, preconceived notions basically. They're like everybody is going to have preconceptions, you know, for like impressions and tons of different things. People assume, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like in day to day life, you kind of have to assume a little bit in order to understand, at least partially, like interact with the world around you. Like it's unavoidable. And yeah, especially with misnomers, like people are going to assume. So like it doesn't matter. Like just let people assume, and the people that really matter, people that actually care about you and stuff, they will, you know, they will listen. And those are the people that are worth it. So it yeah, it's kind of it. That's basically it. And there's like a bunch of different reasons, but you know, that's basically it. So yeah, anyway, back on track. So we are at 15 minutes. Talked about a few different things. The other thing, too, um, if you guys are returning viewers or if you just like, whatever, if you guys are unfamiliar, I'll just assume you guys are unfamiliar. I've done a lot of Armored Core content on this channel. Like, a lot. And I'm a big fan of the new one, Armored Core 6. It's a fantastic game. It's so fucking good. Like, that doesn't even, like, that's not even close to covering, like, I could say all of the, like, exemplary things for Armored Core 6, and then, like, it still doesn't encapsulate it. It's one of the best, not just games, in my opinion, it's one of the best pieces of media to be created in the last, like, 10 years, in my opinion. It's amazing. And actually, they won an award. Uh, something excellence, whatever, Tokyo. Wasn't it? I don't think it was part of Tokyo Game Show 2024, but it was like. Anyway, they won some prestigious award for Armored Core 6 because of, like, how freaking good it is, basically. And there's this big Steam DB update, uh, like, very recently, at the time of recording. Again, this is probably like somewhat old news by the time you guys are watching this. And it was not their usual kind of update. Like, from how it looks right now, there is additional content coming to the game 100%, pretty much. Like, they basically confirm that just by looking at the game on SteamDB. This could be the rumored expansion. They very well might be doing a DLC for Armored Core 6. Now, this might coincide with a free content update. That would not surprise me. But considering how well Shadow of the Erdtree sold, like, I think at this point they're at like 6 million copies for Shadow of the Erdtree. That sold better than Armored Core 6. Which is unfortunate that the DLC sold better than, like, the first Armored Core game in, like, over a decade. But yeah, FromSoft very much cares about Armored Core, and Armored Core 6 still did better than their expectations. And more people are inclined to see more. And early on, like in the late 90s and stuff, I'm just going to drink more of this coffee real quick. Like, FromSoft knew they had a niche fan base for their Armored Core games. And they kept making them, and they kept selling. Not like in the millions of copies kind of thing. They sold enough. And the people, like yours truly, you know, that really cared, like, kept buying the games, like, every single time. Sometimes multiple copies. Like, yeah, I've bought Last Raven like 4 times now, I think. 3, at least 3. Um, and Nexus at least twice. Armored Core 3 at least twice. Silent Lion at least twice. The first game at least twice. And I think those are all the ones I've bought multiple times. But yes, Armored Core is incredible. It's so, so good. And we don't know what their new game is. Like, FromSoft is definitely working on a new game. Absolutely. But they're also probably going to be adding to something because one, I've talked about this before, like in a recent Armored Core 6 stream, but it makes a lot more sense for them, business wise, to also have a DLC slash expansion to an existing game because development would be way cheaper, it'd be faster, they could, you know, and then they could still have a new release, you know? Because, yeah, they don't typically go like multiple years without some kind of release, whether it's like a DLC for a Souls game or a new game. They usually, they have updates. They keep their fan base basically, fed. They are very good about that. And it's possible that they're going to do another Elden Ring thing at some point. But since Shadow of the Erdtree kind of ran its course, at least for now, yeah, they're probably their only other recent game is Armored Core 6, which also did well, probably because a lot of new fans came in with Elden Ring. And yeah, SteamDB updates basically confirmed it. Like, they added stuff that looks like it's going to be like there was actually a thing on there, like a placeholder, but it said release date. So something that could be pre-ordered essentially. So they're probably going to do that, and they're probably going to shoot for a holiday release for like the actual expansion, and then have, because we recently had what 1.07, I think, the update, the patch update, and there was some stuff that I guess was like scrapped from that update, like it wasn't ready yet, but they had like it was sized down a little bit, and I think they basically were just like, okay, well, we have all these balance adjustments, let's put these out, see how people respond, to this update kind of a thing while we work on a new update and make sure, you know, stuff is actually in the thing. But the thing is, every time they've had any kind of announcement for like some new thing over the past like, I'd say even 10 years, the fan base gets excited. And some people in the fan base have a lot of clout, and definitely not, my channel, but um they get talking, they get other people excited, and it's it's good for the fans, it's good for everybody. Like, and I really, really hope, because one of the criticisms from people that very much enjoyed Armored Core, which reviewed incredibly well, by the way, like, users and critics were both like, yeah, this game is incredible. Maybe not everybody's cup of tea, but it's incredible. But for the people that really dove deep into the game, one of the only criticisms was it's a little short. For a FromSoft game, like for a major IP, like a major FromSoft IP, like what it's one of their pillars of their, you know, like not as much nowadays, but back in like the 90s and 2000s, absolutely. Like if you knew about FromSoft back then, you're like, oh yeah, they developed some of the Tenchu games and they make Armored Core. Like yeah, that FromSoft. Yeah. So yeah, it's hopefully by the time this actually comes out, it's been confirmed. But, you know, I think they're going to try to get it out faster. Like, I don't think they're going to be waiting for like a spring release by any means. Yeah, just based on the timing and everything else. Yeah, my prediction, which I was pretty off on Shadow of the Erdtree, by the way. My prediction was way earlier than I thought. I think I fell on February or March for that. It ended up being a summer release, which, yeah, I was just being hopeful. Like, FromSoft does do summer releases for a lot of their bigger things. And, yeah, holiday games tend to do well. And I doubt they have anything else, like, ready for, like, end of 2024 kind of a thing. So, yeah, I would even go as far to say, like, November, mid November, late November. They might even try to do like Black Friday kind of a thing. I'm gonna go ahead and say November 19th. Just throwing a date out there. Um 11/19. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds about right. Just again, just judging off basing it off of a couple other things and just like timing within the industry and like other releases and stuff like that. FromSoft is very good with that kind of thing. So yeah, they might even do early November, but I would say mid November probably. Anyway, this is one of the last uh, boss fights for the base game. I don't know why the crying stopped. I'm glad it stopped. Like I thought it would just go ad nauseum. Apparently not. But oh, and I guess there's actually also a little, what is it? Here we go. Tiny music box. I believe, does that keep playing if I hold the button? No? Just plays a couple of notes. Okay. Anyway, there's a little Easter egg, I think, at the end of the fight if you use the tiny music box. Um, but yeah. So yeah, that's the takeaway. Um, and I love how like even the fabric and like the stitching and stuff gets like detail. It's freaking, it's really freaking cool. Anyway, um, Arcane should be okay here. I don't really know, but it should be. And yeah, we got like 10 minutes. So, and from what I remember, this is not like a super tough boss fight, so pretty sure I can put this one down in like 10 minutes. That looks a lot like a crow feather garb. God, that's so cool. Not bad. Ooh. That's it? It's not that much damage, bro. Ooh. What did you say? Ooh. Oh, no. Aww. I mean, it's kind of a giggle, I guess. I don't know. It's supposed to be like a giggle from like whatever. Yeah, first try, not bad. And that is why I didn't want to do that boss fight until after the DLC. Because, yeah, now there's no music that plays.
Good hunter, you have come. Dawn will soon break. This night and this dream will end. Gammon awaits you at the foot of the great tree. Very well. Let the echoes become your strength. Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes. Good hunter, your presence somehow soothes. I sense the ancient echoes. They course your veins. Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, so we didn't get anything else from that. Could just purchase... Yeah, so we can now buy blood rocks. We have 22 chunks. That's actually not bad. I did look that up. I did say I was gonna look up where some where you can get bloodstone chunks as like drops. There are some enemies where you can get it as a rare drop. And I kind of want Maria's, to be real. But yeah, we are going to win another one of these because we don't have one right now. And like I said, I wanted to spend my insight. So that's what I'm going to do, because we need that to fully upgrade a weapon. We also have a bunch of, what is it called? Great Ones, Wisdoms. We have these, right? And that's almost enough. No. So I'm just gonna buy one more. No. And I actually don't know what that other bar is. That's like slowly going down. With the rest, I'm probably just gonna get bloodstone chunks. So I guess we'll do like 40? Hmm? Yeah, I really don't know what that other bar is. Okay, let's see. We're also going to... Oh. Oh wait, I used one on the cost parasite? Oh, because we got another blood rock from the DLC, right. So there's one blood rock in the base game per playthrough, and there's one in the DLC. So, but you don't get it till like late in the game. And in order... Wait, should we do that on the next episode? Yeah, I need to look up the vermin thing too. It's just, yeah, unfortunate because I really like the music that plays here in the late game. But it's fine, I guess. We just aren't gonna hear it again for a while. Yeah, I think in the next episode we'll be getting the true ending, I think. We'll probably just do it then. Trying to think if we should buy anything? Or... Wait, let me make sure. Hold on. I want to double check something. Damage reduction, right. The damage reduction. What was the other thing I was using? Oh, the items from fallen enemies, right. Vial HP recovery, right. I want to make sure we still have access to that grinding spot. Which kinda the best way to do that, I guess, would be from the middle, probably still, I think. because it's a great place to get not really blood vials as much, but blood echoes for sure. I don't think anything's different here. I mean, we're not going to be hearing the baby cries in the distance like we used to, which is great if you ask me. Oh, they both dodged. Okay, so those guys are still here. Cool. Okay. Oh, it looks like the pigs are still here. Cool. And the other two are still here. Good. Okay. We actually only need a little bit more. And I wanted to check something over here anyway, so... Oh, bad trade. Okay. I honestly thought that would count as a dodge. Whoops. Probably would have been... Oh. Okay, I should just not... Yeah, I should just not try to trade with these guys. So yeah, it's a decent way to get blood vials, but not like... Oh. Still not here. Okay. That's fine. Okay, I guess we can just take this back. Actually, is anything different up here if I could go back up? Don't think so, and we do have enough to level up once again, which is kind of the point. Because that's what I was curious about. I was like, okay, can we come back here and fight those same enemies? Oh, the carriage is back. Because we don't have insight anymore. Maybe. Oh. Oh, you can still channel blood echoes, though. Oh, that's kind of cool. Because, like, at the beginning of the game, if the doll is, like, if you don't have any insight, which at the start of the game you won't for a while. Actually, I don't know if we want strength or skill. I mean, probably both, but I'm gonna go strength for now. The doll is not animate until you get insight, so I thought that was pretty interesting. But I mean, we have other, whatchamacallits, Madman's knowledge, so yeah. that is gonna do it for today. On the next episode, we'll actually probably be beating the game cycle, I think. The last couple bosses for the true ending are pretty tough, so I don't know. I might have to separate it into like 2 episodes, but we'll see how it goes. So, anywho, but yeah, that's gonna do it for today, guys. So thank you all for being here. Greatly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the rambling and also the action. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments or whatever down below. Like, specifically, are you guys excited for Armored Core 6 DLC? Do you have a feeling it's going to be something different? Or are you thinking maybe an expansion? Like, actual. Because they've done free content updates before, like added new weapons to the game and, different, let's just say equipment, right? Frame parts and stuff. But like, actual new stuff, like new missions, a new ending, that kind of thing. Like, a good amount of new content. Because, yeah, we've talked about this before. I've talked about this with some of my other friends as well, like BG9K and SAG. And, yeah, it's. The framework is there. Definitely no pun intended. Because, yeah, frame parts. But, in my opinion, yeah, Armored Core 6 has really, 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 really good mechanics and everything. It is like the basis for what I want in like a mecha game. So they could just honestly like keep adding content to the game and I'd be perfectly happy with that. Like if they wanted to do like even multiple DLCs, like they did for like, Dark Souls 2 or 3 or something. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If it's do you guys think it's possible? Do you guys think it's viable? Has it already been confirmed by the time you guys are watching this? Are any of these questions still relevant? But yeah, Murgo's Wet Nurse, Arcane, decently effective. Of course, before we get going, a very special thank you going out to the current Farts and Crap Show members, the amazing people who make it possible, Navalis Draconis and Aaron Schick, WTF Corey, and Rogue XOX. Thank you so much for choosing to support the show a bit more directly via channel membership. It vastly helps out. We very much appreciate it. And in case you guys are unfamiliar with YouTube handles, that is why WTF Corey and Rogue XOX have an @ in front of their screen name. They have channels of their own. It's fantastic stuff. Definitely go check them out when you get a minute. YouTube handles are also completely unique. No two are the same on YouTube, so it's another way to double check and make sure you're in the right place. They also make URLs quite a bit easier, so you can just go to youtube.com/@ and then the rest of the handle, and it'll take you right there because the legacy URLs for channels could be pretty long, honestly, and convoluted. So, you can also punch a YouTube handle into the search, and YouTube will recognize that you're looking for a channel and not some other type of result. So, yeah, it just makes navigation easier. But, yeah, membership tiers start at $3 a month. It's only 10 cents a day, gets you into all the basic stuff, including getting to vote on aforementioned members' choice polls. Like I said before, it's how all of the series get decided here on the channel. And it's a thing we do once a month for a full 7 days, so 25% of the time we do have one going. And we just wrapped one up. The one for September happened towards the end of the month. And the winner for that one was Bloodborne New Game Plus. So, yeah, as I mentioned before, we're going to be doing another playthrough of this for this series, focusing on some of the late game weapons and the New Game Plus experience of Bloodborne, just kind of comparatively to some of the other Soulsborne games like, Dark Souls 2, Elden Ring, Armored Core 6, quite a few things. But, anywho, also, any of the previous Members' Choice polls that you may have missed are still over in the Membership tab, and you can still vote on them. Retroactive input on previous polls will be considered for future polls, so even if you're just a member for 1 month, you can still influence the content that gets made here for a while. So, yeah. So if you're interested in any of that, check out that join button down below, or the link in the description talks about becoming a channel member. But that is gonna do it for today. Oh, and we'll definitely have one for October. But this is an approximation of future announcements from the past. So if you guys want all the announcements as they happen and the bell doesn't work for you, I totally get it, the bell doesn't work for me either. But there are 3 other ways you guys can stay up to date. The community tab here on the channel, the Farts and Crap Show Twitter, or the Discord. I always post on all 3 whenever there's an announcement, so regardless of which one of those works for you, you can stay up to date. And links for those are down in the description and also on the channel banner. But that is going to do it for this episode, so thank you all once again for being here, guys. Till next time, take care, and I hope you all have a beautiful day.